One Piece family, welcome to my channel if you are new here, and if you're not, welcome back to Oracle Indigenous Codes. So today we're just going to be centering on devising our juices for the week ahead. Ensure your hands is washed and your juicing area is cleared and polished for your juicing. I'm going to just wipe down this counter real quick. I personally champion wearing gloves as you clean any chemicals. This way none of the reagents gives birth to a chance of it penetrating your corium. I do have items that comes with the Nama J2 juicer to capture the detritus waste of me disseminating the fruits I choose to juice. So we're starting off with pineapple, followed by honeydew, which I did mention, as you saw, that I did tangerine instead of honeydew. I didn't get a chance to record honeydew, but later in the video we'll talk more about the spiritual meaning of honeydew. You want to rest till your pineapples around a yellowish orange tinge. Always commence off by safeguarding the full crown or the fruit crown of that pineapple carefully. We want this whole and in one piece. There may be some that you will find that will just twist right off, while others may give you a bit of run for your money, like this one. So just some quick uploads on what pineapple juice is good for in men and women. This will be strictly speaking on the spirit of the pineapple, which in turn is the essence holistic health it has specifically designed for one's spirit. Pineapples are associated with many magical properties, including strength, wealth, courage, and immortality. In Chinese culture, pineapples are a symbol of good luck because the Chinese word for pineapple sounds similar to the phrase, luck coming your way. Proceeding, we managed to get the core of the pineapple removed. The core will be planted for grounding purposes. The fruit crown will, of course, be given back to earth for her to keep our crown chakra aligned with source. According to Zampano, for 7 reasons pineapple is good for you. Pineapple is the only substance known to encompass bromelain, an enzyme that alleviates one's skin and tissues heal. It emerges to evoke essence that warfare and pain and node. Eradicating bromelain from pineapple may also benefit your skin heal after surgery or injury. The fruit's lavishly vitamin C scope not only facilitates immunity, it also nurtures collagen exposition, contributing to skin elasticity and a wholesome complexion. Further, pineapple's magnesia content recreates a functioning bone health, vital for women, particularly as they mature. Also, the fruit's rich vitamin C scope can boost the immune system and contribute to optimum reproductive health. Incorporating pineapple in a balanced nutritional intake nourishes a lifelike and delicious way for men to enrich their prolific fitness and exuberance. So I'm going to just go ahead and finish cutting the other side of the core off, which will be the sacral chakra, aka the bottom half of the pineapple. Get that off and put that aside. This is the color hue you would want to try to get if you love your pineapples to be a bit more sweeter. That yellowish orange I was talking about earlier. So while I am dicing up this pineapple, I don't do them too much into small chunks. I do them to like medium to large size chunk. I kind of want to just talk to you guys and see if you all juice, and if you do juice, what fruits do you juice, which vegetables do you juice, because you can juice tomato, which is a fruit as well, and make some tomato ketchup and or juice out of it, or I said juice, which you can, but soup as well, a soup base. I have been really just focusing on juicing and going into solitude, loving on myself, taking care of myself, focusing on my health, incorporating more and more fruits that I haven't tried per se. I had dragon fruit, but I haven't had the pink dragon fruit, so I did purchase some of that. So I will be giving that a try maybe sometime next week. So I'm excited to see how that tastes personally. Being, again, I never tried it. What are some fruits that you all juice and or that is your favorite? Put it down in the comment below. I also wanted to briefly and quickly talk about how fruits can aid in one's personal own journey, but we'll get into that in a second. We start to work on the core of the pineapple. The core is stated to be more fibrous than any other part of the pineapple. The core can be better referenced to as the 7 chakras that aligns within our bodies or with our bodies. So from the crown to the root chakra, you can think of the pineapple core as such. Get as close as you can to that core, not damaging the spinal cord. Now, this is the core that I'm pointing out, and that is the part we can cut down on it, getting as close as we can to the core without damaging it, where I was pointing out, or what I was pointing out. Even if you do happen to snag some of the core, just, make sure you set your attention as to why you had took portion of that core. Maybe you had wanted to balance your part of your sacral chakra a little bit more, or a certain point in your chakra points that you want to balance a bit more. So just going to go ahead and cut that up and put that in the juicer. So something, again, I've been going back to what I was stating earlier that I've been learning within my journey is with this solitude, I have been receiving both simultaneously, good and bad, with it being in Gemini. The planetarian alignments is being in Gemini. It has been both good and bad. Like, I am literally keeping myself grounded because there has been heavy attacks on just my spirit itself, because I'm a dreamer. So when I go into dreamland, I can see what is going on, who is doing what, things of that stature. And I've been absolutely been seeing that kind of come up in my dream state where attacks is being thrown. So I've been juicing a lot more, and I have been just being at my altar more. So here we have now the leftover pineapple that we'll be replenishing earth with. When you eat and or drink, make sure to pay homage to the stars, universe, source, and yourself as well. So this half-gallon jar was snagged at an estimated price of about $14 some change from Walmart that I was able to grab, that I stocked up on. But yeah, you guys, I've just been at my altar in solitude. It really has been such an eye-opener in this Gemini season. I'm loving every bit of it, because you can't have the good without the bad, and you can't have the bad without the good. So there has to be a sense of duality and balance there. And it's helping me to see what it is I need to declutter or, clear out the way. What are some things that you all notice that is going on with your body, your mind state during this Gemini planetary alignment? Make sure to put it down in the comments. So let's wash our jar to prepare it for canning. Some of my family members, more specifically my mom, she don't really do cameras, which I don't blame her, because I kind of don't do cameras either. So just out of, respect and privacy for her, I did block out a certain portion of this video. But yep, been reconnecting, realigning with myself. It was anyway in a time that I needed to do that anyway, because it's been so long personally that I have connected back to source, and I know source is upset with me. They don't have to try to not prove it, but I needed to realign myself and nurture myself, love myself, because I feel like at a lot of times I have been spreading myself thin to the point where it just depletes me in its entirety. And I was like, okay, something's got to give, and it's not going to be me. So with one pineapple, we was able to yield about 1.5 of juice, pineapple juice, which is not too bad for one pineapple. So I decided to go ahead and cut up another pineapple. This solitude journey has been one for the books, most definitely. Remaining balanced and grounded is the main factor and key going through this Gemini planetary, because Gemini is definitely about communication. With it being an air sign, air is travel, communications. They carry things, or carry abundances. It carries. Whatever you do, it carries. Let's put it like that. Another thing that I have found within, that I have personally found through the solitude, or is solitudeness a word? I'm going to use it for the time being. Through the solitudeness of being to oneself is the uploads. Like, I can't stress that enough. The uploads that I have been getting has been crazy. And I need my solitude to decipher. I need my solitude to see through when spell work is being done, because I'm a huge empath, so I have to be cautious and cognizant of who I allow in my energy field. And it's really abundance if I allow anybody in my energy field, because I am a bit of an introvert and I do enjoy my own being. I never want for anything, so I enjoy the solitude that comes with being by myself. I am a person that walks paths alone if need to be, but in the essence of learning. Another thing that I'm learning within this planetary alignment is just sacrifice. I know some years back I had asked an individual what sacrifice meant to them, and I've actually asked maybe 3 handful of people in my lifetime what it means to them, and they all came back with different answers. Some, believe that sacrifice is made for the higher good. Others believe that sacrifices are made to keep people, essentially like a boundary protection, keeping people out, arm's length in a sense. And then you got other people out here that use it negatively, where they are sacrificing others. And that's just something that I personally don't get down with and condone. I can't. It would irritate my spirit. And even I'm finding with myself, even not knowing someone, I can look at someone and be like, yeah, this person is stuck in a situation that they need to get out of. But being a life path number 9, I am learning to just see things for what they are, and then just letting them be just that. As long as I see it for what it is, then that's where I'll get, my brownie points, get the lesson points, LP. Some people are ready to evolve, while others, they still do have time to get it together and evolve. And those individuals, those spirits, are the ones that, you will want or should want to give or gift grace to through their transition. It's never easy, especially, let's say, it's a family member, sacrificing the family member to the point of where it's a no contact. That hurts. It really does, because you know that you've outgrown that person in your heart, that you know that you've outgrown that person. Now you have to disassociate yourself with that person that you're used to being around, seeing, knowing. It hurts, but it's for the betterment. Sometimes when you distance yourself from others, what I've learned is they tend to become better versions of themselves. They tend to grow and evolve when I leave them with good intentions. When I walk away with good intentions, it leaves them in a better state. And that's how you would like to, leave people in a better state, or leave them with some type of wisdom, overall in a better state, but some type of wisdom that they can always take with them. Everyone's love language is different. My love language is wisdom. So if I'm trying, because I don't force, but I do try to teach others and they're not ready for the lessons yet, I give them grace and I send love, protection, peace, that they'll get it within their own time, whether that's now, later, or next, cycle for them, depending on where they are in their life path, in their own personal cycles. So this time we ended up with an estimate of around 2.5 to 2 3/4 ounces of pineapple juice. So that was a little bit more out of what I got out of the first pineapple juice. Probably like roughly an ounce more, because the other one was just, it's about the same, but a little bit more though. The second pineapple definitely had a little bit more juice to it. I do believe it was bigger. We almost got up to the halfway mark of the half-gallon jar, so that was a pretty good juice. And we still got a little bit in the tank. So next up, we have Tangerine. All Tangerine symbolizes the act of joy and lives out the essence of gratitude on a day-to-day basis. Used historically as a symbol of spiritual leadership and royalty, the color tangerine commands authority. Ancient folks' recipe tells that all tangerine essential oils boost optimism, natural charm, and self-confidence, restores aura after serious illness or emotional traumas as well. You could produce from the outer layer of the tangerine by using a mortar and pestle. I made a decision to purchase a volcanic one due to it being created from nature. Volcanic. Did I say that right? Volcanic. With tangerines, it is advisable to eat 2 to 3 a day. Do not consume more than 3. Blending them with other fruits will help to offset the carbohydrates that could potentially be overconsumed with eating tangerine or tangerines. 1 glass of juice will be more than enough to receive your nutritional intake. Everybody's bodies is different, so please keep that in mind. Your body will not operate and function as the next person that's sitting next to you or your family, your friends. We all have our own body vehicles, so therefore it will operate differently for each person's / spirit's bodies. So just please keep that in mind. So like I mentioned earlier, I didn't get a chance to cut up the honeydew for you all, so I will briefly touch on some of its nutritional benefits. Water-filled melons symbolize the moon, healing, and purification. Delivers key nutrients including vitamin C in water. It also has been linked to better skin and health protection against chronic diseases including type 2 diabetes and high blood pressure. Honeydew melons are naturally low in both cholesterol and fats, making them a healthy and easy source of energy for our bodies. They're like little pumpkins to me. They're so cute. So kind of just almost wrapping everything up, because this will be the last thing that will be juiced is the tangerines, is don't ever be apologetic about taking the much time that you need to yourself away from others. If others truly genuinely love you, then they will respect that, they'll honor that, and they'll also understand what it is that you're needing. I am a firm believer in, if a person is needing some sort of space, sort of one piece, because we can all be each other's piece, one piece. Let me put it like this. We can all be each other's piece for one piece, because we each have something within us, instilled in us, to help either make the next person be greater, be better, be more evolved. We all got that instilled in us to some sort of fashion, to a certain degree. So if used righteously and in alignment, then it'll work out the way that it needs to be. So if you're a person that is very heavy on solitude, don't ever regret having that ability, that capability, because to be transparent, fully transparent with you, a lot of people can't say that they can go within and master their demons, because whenever your mind is trying to be in that solitude essence, the isolation essence, that's when, I can't speak for everyone, but I've noticed that's when the quote-unquote devil tries to come and attack. But you are in charge of your mental state, your mental capacity, your mental mindset. So every time, personally, when I go into isolation, because I can only speak from experience, I go into an isolation to get ready for another transformation. I'm evolving to another level. And that's how fast my evolutions happens for myself. I'm constantly, and it'll eventually trickle down to the physical, but mine have been strictly, heavily surrounded by just wisdom, which I do feel like that is physical because I have to process that wisdom. So it can be physical to an extent, but I'm seeing that it's coming through wisdom. And along my journey personally, that's all I've ever asked, was to grant me the serenity to have wisdom. And while attaining and receiving those downloads of wisdom, to have even more of a firm understanding of processing that wisdom that is being put before me, and taking accountability in any area that I need to take accountability for. Because like my older brother, who is a Ascended Master 22 in this realm, he once said to me, is an account is just that one account. So it doesn't matter if the next person wants to take accountability. As long as you take accountability for yourself, whether that is, talking to the individual that you're speaking with or within yourself, it's all about you still taking accountability. And from him saying that, it just pushed me in a whole realm of different, of the ballpark, in a different realm. Yeah, and I am tipping over the Nama J2 juicer. I wouldn't recommend, for anyone else to do that. If you're not comfortable with doing that, I do that to get every little bit of juice out that I can from the juicer. So we're at about half a gallon, just a shy short of, I want to say that was 8 ounces. I'm not 100% sure. So we did the crisp apples. So that is something that I did. I'll end up mixing over the honeydew because it was just quicker for me to slice the apple down the middle and put it in the juicer once being rinsed off. So apple dew symbolizes love, and it has been known to be used in practices to kind of see, kind of just touching on marriage. It helps to see about marriage, if it's good marriage, if it's a bad marriage. It is also associated with health and well-being. So that's another positive attribute of the spiritual aspect of the apple, because remember, we're just sticking strictly to the spiritual aspects of the fruits and that they contain. Apples are a good source of nutrients, including fiber, vitamin C, and antioxidants, which can help to support healthy digestion, brain health, and also weight management. There is also evidence that in which apple can protect against chronic illnesses and or diseases such as cancer, heart disease, and type 2 diabetes. I don't know if you all have noticed, which you probably have. I have a lot of things that is more catered to cancer and diabetes, because with the way that this world is going, even down to the fruits, even down to water, which has always been a thing. And there's an orange, you guys. So I didn't put one orange in there. But just down to everything that we're consuming, they're trying to tamper with. And it doesn't settle right with me. Because when you get to a point when you're tampering with Mother Earth, nature, Mother Earth, aka me, because Mother Earth is me, then that's when I start to have a problem. Because fruit is life, vegetable as well in conjunction to fruit is life. Fruit helps us to gain the energy we need, and then the vegetable will sustain that energy. So when you get to tampering with Mother Earth, it really does something to me. It's like you have nothing else better to do with your life but to sit here and try to poke at the bear. That's ironic. Not really, but people are bold. And I mean, they're doing it so blatantly in our faces. I mean, like putting it out there right in front of us. So as I'm constantly evolving, I mean, that's every day, every second, every minute of the day. And I'm constantly like forced to see like everything that's going on around us. There's no looking back on that. You know, once you get past that veil, it is what it is at that point. There's no looking back. Only forward movement and growth. And that's what I've been heavily just constantly been going in solitude to myself, because I really don't connect to a lot of people out here. I know that I can though, but my mindset is right now at a capacity of I want to be around like-minded people that genuinely want to help people to free themselves. Like I did a post on Instagram that I'm constantly in and out of the matrix, and I'm constantly coming in, peeping what I need to see. I'm out of it. That's that solitude era. Then I'm back in. Then I'm back out. And I know people, they could keep it up. Like, what is she doing? Da, da, da. I love to be mysterious. I love my privacy. I don't need validation, confirmation from anybody, but other than that, of source. So I love it's a luxury to be able to have solitude. So I am thankful that I have that luxury to have solitude, and I don't take it for granted. You know, I use it when they tell me to enter into solitude, isolation period. I'm not thinking twice on it. I'm going full throttle into that isolation period. And I feel like the world would be a better place if we all would take the time. That's the thing. They try to constantly prevent us from being in a solitude state, from being to ourselves, from growing, because they know that if they can keep us busy and not idle, then we're not able to really sit down and filter through a lot of emotions and mental buildup. They know this. They know this. So at the end of the day, we'll always, especially with having melanin running through our veins, that is more than enough confirmation from the stars and the universe and source that we'll always readjust and recalibrate and come back 3 times stronger. That's what I really do love about this journey as well. But look, you guys, we got it full to the brim. You hear me? Yes. So I'm going to just go ahead and seal that off. And then I have like a little device that, officially seals it, because it can and will produce mold around the top of the rim or the brim if you do not seal it, correctly. I'm going to shake it a little bit, get all the juices mixed in. But that is pretty much it, you guys. And I thank you so much for rocking out with your girl. And into the next video, let me go ahead and tell y'all that I'm sending you love, peace, joy, health, wealth, clarity, prosperity, and abundance to you, yours, your family, your friends. Now I'm just bagging up all the excess fruit peels and stuff and put them in the bag, so that way I can plant them in the garden. But I thank you all for channeling back into my channel, and into the next juicing video. I will see you all then, okay? I was debating around this time if I was going to do the honeydew, but then I ultimately decided, was like, yeah, nah, we're not going to do that right now. I don't I don't have the storage to do that on my camera right now. So I was like, more juicing for me. But drop down a comment as well, down in the comment section below. Tell me what some of the fruits that you juice or that you eat. And tell me some things that you're learning about your own personal journey as you're growing through a stage of solitude and or isolation. And remember, don't ever regret going into solitude, okay? It's a beauty, not a curse. But see you all back in the next video. I'm going to go ahead and finish up juicing the rest of these apples. And again, the honeydew and the oranges for my familia. But I will see y'all in the next video, okay? Until then, y'all keep your wits about you. And I love you, mwah, 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 babes. One piece.